Okay, so hey guys, and welcome back to another predictions video. In today's video, I'm going to be predicting the Teixeira versus Prochazka fight. If you are new around here and you haven't yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you do indeed like the video, and let's get straight into it. So going into this fight, Teixeira is 33-7 with 18 KOs and 3 submissions, and Prochazka is 28-3 with 25 KOs and 2 submissions. Prochazka's last fight was a win via KO in round 2 versus Reyes, where he KO'd him with an amazing spinning elbow. If you have not seen that, I would recommend going back and watching that because his spinning elbow KO is very good. Teixeira's last fight was a win via submission in round 2 versus Blachowicz. Teixeira is currently the light heavyweight champion. Prochazka is currently ranked second in the light heavyweight division. Teixeira is 42 and Prochazka is 29, so I mean arguably if you go off what people class as their prime, Teixeira is outside of his prime, but to be fair, to win the title in his last fight at the age of 42-41 is very impressive, so it still shows that he is still definitely got the ability to be able to win titles. This is only Prochazka's third UFC fight after leaving Risen Fighting Federation in 2019. So, I mean, he's definitely been fast-tracked to the title. But I suppose that is just because of the nature in which his fights have been. And it's just been very impressive. And I don't think the light heavyweight division's as amazing at the moment. Especially for Teixeira, as he can't really fight Blachowicz again. And I mean, Blachowicz is beating everybody else beneath him, so it's a bit unfair to only have him and Glover Teixeira that are good enough fighters to be able to fight for the title, and Prochazka now. So it does make sense why he's been fast tracked. Prochazka's last loss was versus Lawal via KO in round 1 in 2015. So yeah, that was before he was in UFC. He hasn't lost in UFC so far. And I mean that was 7 years ago, so it's been a long time since he's lost. Teixeira has been fighting in UFC for 10 years, so a big chunk of his career has been spent in the UFC. Teixeira's last loss was against Anderson via unanimous decision. This is Teixeira's third title fight to Prochazka's obviously is first in the UFC at least. Prochazka is the favourite, which is rare to see, as probably is just because a lot of people have been writing off Teixeira just because of his age, really. In the end, I do think that Prochazka will win, but I think it'll be relatively close. It's by unanimous decision. I know it's a bit of a boring cop-out, and to be fair, Prochazka's fights don't normally end in a decision, but I do think it'll still be close, as Teixeira is still proven to be a very good fighter, and I mean, for Prochazka, he most probably will fight Blachowicz if he does win the belt, but I don't think Teixeira's career is going to be over. A lot of people have just kind of written him off and just said, oh, he'll just go somewhere else or he'll retire or whatever, and we don't need to think about him possibly getting a rematch and coming back and fighting Prochazka again or anything like that. But I do think there will either be a rematch. If it gets unanimous decision, I think there might be a rematch. Obviously, he might retire, I don't know about that, but he hasn't said anything about that at the moment, from what I know. And he might fight Rakic, I don't know, but that might be a bit of like a warm-up fight for the possible rematch versus Prochazka. But yeah, it would be interesting to see what happens in the light heavyweight division, depending on what happens in this fight. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you did enjoy. That's it for this week's predictions as well. Next week, I believe there is some more. I can't remember who off the top of my head. I would say that in the sport this week video. But yeah, that is it for today's video. Hope you did enjoy. Like the video if you didn't like the video, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.